Hey, what's going on, everyone? So in this video, I wanted to talk about an event that happened here a few days ago. Um, in Fairfield, a grandma got arrested for bringing toys to little kids that have been detained at the border. So let's watch a quick clip on what happened, and then we will discuss it here in a second.
Two Bay Area residents were arrested Sunday while trying to deliver toys to a Fairfield shelter for migrant children. Elizabeth DeCou, a grandmother of four, and Jesse Ingbar were arrested by Fairfield police after approaching the shelter and refusing orders to step back onto the sidewalk. In a video posted to Facebook, DeCou is seen walking toward the shelter with a basket of toys in her arms. Police officer warns her to step back onto the sidewalk or she'll be arrested. The pair has since been released.
All right, so to me, this is a bit too crazy and a little insane. We have laws to enforce, but again, we are still supposed to be a democracy, right? We're not a dictatorship or we're not a communist country. So I think we can enforce laws without, uh, you know, without being, like this. I mean, we can enforce laws and show compassion while doing that at the same time, right? I mean, what harm would is this bringing to anything? That's my question. I mean, a grandma brought some toys to some kids, some as young as 10 months old, that are detained, haven't seen their parents in weeks or months after they left their war torn countries and came to the US seeking asylum. So, this to me, like, really aggravates me a little bit because here's the thing, a lot of people say, well, she wasn't following the laws, this and that, so she had to be arrested, or you break a law, you get arrested. So, yeah, but there is, different discretional capabilities a police officer has or should have. For example, if I steal a candy bar versus if I rape someone, the way the situation is handled to an extent should be a little bit different, right? Because officer should be allowed to use his judgment to an extent to see how he should handle the situation. I mean, yeah, why arrest her? Just take the toys and give it to the kids, let them play with it. What harm could possibly come out of that? And this is crazy, but at the same time, you know this is taking us down a dangerous path because remember, some people will, say, oh, comparing this to Nazi Germany might be too extreme or whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But understand something. Hitler wasn't brought into power overnight, right? He was elected into office, and then he had his military or his officers carry out all his commands without question. And then people just found ways to justify everything and anything he did. And that's how he was able to get his extremely horrific, commands and ideologies placed out and kill so many people. And I'm not saying this is as extreme as that, but at the same time, you should see some similarities, right? Enforcing laws without compassion, treating people like less than human beings just because of the color of their skin or their religious views are different than yours. And I thought, as a country, we are supposed to be against that. And like these two people now, don't get me wrong, like this grandma that got arrested was white. So I'm not saying this is, you know, the entire U.S. is trying to start a racial war. So you do see good people like her, decent human beings that obviously exist. But at the same time, this government is just taking us, you know, down the wrong path. And at the end of the day, you know, if we just quietly keep accepting it and we don't, go out and vote and we don't actually let our voices be heard, this is going to keep happening. And then, I praise this grandma because she didn't have to come out and do this. She did this to prove a point, because if you're watching my video or if you've seen this video anywhere else, um, just put your kids in that situation, right? What if it was your kids behind a fence cage, being withheld for something, you did apparently, right? And they're crying and they're going through all this traumatic events. Somebody tries to comfort them by bringing them some toys to play with, just so they can, spend their time doing something else rather than crying. And that person gets arrested. So I thought this was just an awful, awful thing. The police officer did a horrible job. He should have mitigated the situation by just taking the toys and giving it to the kids rather than arresting her and creating a scene or whatnot. So again, this is my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear back from everyone. So leave a comment below and take care.